Welcome, Gemini, to your month ahead Tarotscope for the month of February 2016. This reading is for you if your sun, moon, or rising signs are in the sign of Gemini. I'll go ahead and start shuffling here. I have, of course, already extensively shuffled to really mix up all the cards and to shake off, oops, we just had a card fall out, so I'm going to put that just to the side here. Right away, I'm thinking this is a month of retreating a little bit back into yourself. I think that recently you are spending a lot of time in the external world. You're experiencing a lot of situations where you're connecting with other people, you're interacting in a community setting, and now there's going to be a little bit of taking a step back and being with yourself, processing all of the lessons that you've learned recently with others, and seeing how you can use these lessons to enrich your everyday spiritual life and your everyday inner knowledge and self-awareness. All right, so that I just feel like is a really big theme. Usually when cards jump out of my deck while I'm shuffling, I take them as extra significant messages. Like the card literally jumped out to get our attention. So this is going to be a prevalent energy in your life during the month of February 2016. So I'll continue shuffling here. I'm just kind of waiting until I get an intuitive sign or symbol that lets me know that the cards that are appropriate for you, pardon me, that will let me know that those cards have come up to the top of the deck. Sometimes I'll see something, sometimes I'll hear something, and sometimes I just know. I have this knowing that the cards are there at the top of the deck. Sometimes I'll feel that the cards are there. All right. So the first card of this spread is how you're feeling heading into this month. So this card is really going to look at how you're feeling in this present moment as you're heading into the month of February. And we have the Knight of Swords. I think things have been rather fast-paced for you recently. There's been a real sense of go, go, go. I think your schedule has been really busy, and I see that whatever you're involved in is something on a mental level. So whether you're really using your mental abilities at your workplace, at your career, maybe in your home and family life, for a lot of you, I think that you're really deeply involved in study and education right now. And it's a very all-consuming process. And while it's a very positive thing and part of your path, it has been a little bit overwhelming at times. There's been a lot to process, which is why this Hermit card has jumped out to get our attention. It's saying, all right, yes, you've been in this fast-paced environment for a while. It's time to take a few steps back and really look at yourself from a spiritual level. I feel that a lot of you in the first, maybe even week of February are going to have a highly spiritual moment where you have some really big epiphanies and realizations about yourself. This is going to kind of put a halt on the external activity that you've been experiencing lately, because this epiphany, this moment, is something that you're really going to want to analyze. It's going to be something that you really want to understand on a more mental level, because that is one of the main ways that you process information, Gemini. So for you this month, if you feel like this knight on this horse running off into battle, things are moving fast, know that there is a slowing down that's coming this month. There will be a little bit of break from this activity, so you can take a deep sigh of relief, knowing that there will be some downtime coming your way shortly. Card number 2 is your general forecast for the month ahead. So your general forecast, Gemini, for the month of February. we have the Page of Wands here. I'll just take a moment to compare these two court cards. The Knight of Swords, a very high intensity energy. There's a lot of movement in this card. Here we have Page of Wands. See how this page stands still. He's in a desert. There's one wand standing up. And it's not moving, it's there, it's rooted. So things have come to a standstill. Much like the figure on the Hermit, the page is standing straight and erect, silently, with his staff. They both have that there. Now here the Page of Wands, he's really looking. His eyes are glued to this wand. He's really looking it over and seeing what he can understand and what he can learn about it. So I feel like we really already touched on this. There is going to be some sort of experience that you have that's going to bring forth a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, and it's going to be a really awe-inspiring spiritual moment. And it's going to kind of throw you for a loop, I think. It's going to catch you off guard a little bit. And it's something you're really going to want to look at. Something you're really going to want to understand. And just like this page who's looking at every single detail of the wand that he's holding, you too are going to take this experience and turn it every which way and see if you can understand it. Know that some things cannot be understood on a logical level. Sometimes we need a little bit of symbolism, a little bit of the more feminine energy, the yin energy, to really understand why something has happened. So remember to utilize both sides of you, the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine ways of thinking, the more abstract and the more concrete and logical. Because if you use both sides, you can get the whole picture that way. Card number 3 is your upcoming challenges for this month of February. And we have the Tower. So there we are. There is your epiphany moment. There is your spiritual moment. There is an experience that is going to shake everything you thought you believed in. I get the sense that you, Gemini, you have some very staunch beliefs about certain things. There's certain things in life that you see occurring and happening in very certain patterns. You see that they happen in a very certain way, and you have created rules about how these things occur. This epiphany moment, this spiritual experience, is going to shake up you and your beliefs. It's really going to make you question those concrete rules that you've set about how the universe works. It's really going to make you think, and it's really going to make you experience, and it's going to be something that is so integral to your journey. This moment is so integral to your growth and your learning. And yes, this is coming up in the upcoming challenges position of the spread because it will be a challenge for you. These experiences are beautiful, and sometimes they bring up things that hurt, and that's okay because we're able to work through them, to understand them. And I feel like that is really the process that you'll be working through in the majority of this month. I do think this Tower, this epiphany, this energy is going to happen pretty quickly within the first month of February. And it's going to be the rest of the month that you're really kind of processing it and going through it. Card number 4 is your good fortune, blessings, and abundance. So all the beautiful, wonderful things that are coming your way in this month. And we have the 4 of Cups. Now when this card comes up for clients or for whoever I'm doing a reading for, I really like to point out that much like the page here, how his eyes are glued to this wand, in this card, this figure is sitting, his arms are crossed, his legs are crossed, he's pretty closed in his body language. And his eyes are glued to these 3 cups. So he can't see anything except for these 3 cups. So look at the card. What, of course, is he missing? Well, he's missing spirit. He's missing the universe handing him a brand new cup. He's missing an opportunity, a synchronicity, something that's being gifted to him. Now, I think the blessing here is that you'll find it particularly easy this month to tear your eyes away from whatever's distracting you and to look up and to see this opportunity. Not only will you be able to seize it, you'll be able to, not only will you be able to see it, but you'll be able to seize it. You'll be able to do something with that opportunity. You'll be able to see it for what it is and take advantage of it. And I feel like this is very deeply connected to this sort of awakening that you'll have in the first week. Without that awakening, it may not have opened your consciousness enough to notice these things that are being offered to you from the universe. So this month in particular, make sure that you are aware of signs and symbols and omens and synchronicities, because those things are messages from the universe. Those things are spirit handing you a cup, handing you an opportunity. Notice them and follow them and seize them and see what you can do with them. And this will come particularly easy to you this month. It'll be very natural. The final card of this spread is talking about this month's lessons. So what are your lessons, Gemini, for the month of February? And here we have the Nine of Wands. For you, Gemini, I feel like this card is really about getting out of your comfort zone. Whatever sort of epiphany, this Tower energy that's coming to you this month, it's really going to shake things up. And it's really going to force you to get outside of the rigid way of thinking that you have about certain things in your life. This event is going to force you to take a step outside your comfort zone. Yes, you've established that comfort zone for a reason, to keep yourself safe, to establish boundaries for yourself. However, be aware of it turning into a prison. It's important to stick our heads out of this containment, of this room that we've created for ourselves. Just to kind of check it out and see if there's anything new out there. Just to check it out and see if there's one of these cups being offered to us. And this month is all about looking for those cups. So yes, you will step out of your comfort zone many times this month. This Tower energy is going to be a big experience of stepping outside of your comfort zone. So the lessons here this month are really working with that energy of being afraid, feeling the fear, and going through with it anyways, and taking that step. Poking your head out the window, looking around, and maybe deciding that it's time to expand that comfort zone. So this concludes your Tarotscope month ahead reading for the month of February 2016. If you're interested in a personalized reading, please check out the link to my Etsy. You'll find it in the description below.